Hola, hola a todos. Es tu prima favorita Bobby here, back here with a part 2 to your glow up guide in your soltera season, your ultimate glow up guide, because my camera decided to overheat and go out because I was sitting in the sunlight just basking. So let's hop right back into it. If you haven't watched the first half, please go back and watch that so that all of the rest of this will make sense, because these are just like the final 3 points that I had before my camera decided to overheat. So back to what I was saying, I left off on my 7th point where I was talking about just finding your hobbies or passion projects. If you're able to monetize off of them, great. If you're not, or if you want to keep them closer to yourself, you can also do that too. But just as a way to just kind of escape the norm of your everyday life, to tap into yourself, to either get yourself out of your head or more into your head and more into yourself, where you can self-discover even better. You can self-actualize even more by just knowing who you are and what it is that you like, or just having time away from just being and being in your own little world, doing whatever that hobby or that passion project is that you have. My next tip for you, getting down to our last 3 tips, but the next one I have is just focusing on your career moves and career development. This could be asking for that promotion. This could be going back to school. This could be getting that certification. This could be even like starting a new job. But what better time than in this season when you don't have to consider anybody else but yourself, and glow yourself up even more by seeing what is your next step. What is it that you want to do? Or do you love the job that you're at currently? Or do you want to add on a part-time gig or something that's going to give you, you know, extra income or passive income or whatever the case may be? Like, explore those options. Explore, am I really doing something that makes me feel fulfilled? And if not, is there somewhere else that I want to be, or somewhere else that I would rather be, or something else that I could be doing? This is the time to explore that. And that doesn't mean that you're going to jump up and quit your job today or make any like sudden moves like right now. It just means that you're going to continue to explore what does that mean for you. And if that means starting with just re-upping your resume to just kind of spark that fire in you, like, oh, my resume looks good, I can submit this anywhere, you know? Or if it's just, let me get on Google and just look up career fields that are closely related to the one that I'm already in. Like, here's a time to explore. What better time than now? Go explore. Go to Google. Another tip, and a very, very big and important one, is just defining your personal values. Take time to reflect on what it is that you really want in life, or what you really want out of life. What you won't compromise in relationships, or how you desire your future relationships to look. This is the time for you to establish those boundaries, because I'm gonna be honest with you, some of us don't be real strong in the boundaries, and sometimes we let certain people cross certain boundaries because we are at different points in our lives, or maybe because we haven't established those boundaries just yet, or maybe because we just don't know ourselves in that well, or we're just out of practice or under practice, whatever the case may be. But now is a better time than any in your soltera season, when you are glowing up, to figure out, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. This is what I've been putting up with, or this was the last encounter that I had and I didn't really like that. Why didn't I like that? Well, it's because I wasn't getting the things that I wanted. Well, what is it that I wanted? What is it that I want moving forward? What are things that I'm not willing to compromise? Now is the time to figure out what that looks like for you, so you can set those boundaries and you can move forward knowing, like, I'm not gonna put up with this BS for nobody else. Even if this was the first person that I ever put up with it from, or the 100th person that you put up with something from, you're not moving like that anymore. You're evolving. You're not compromising anymore. You know what it is that you want. And maybe before you were a little more willing to play, or a little bit more tolerant, or whatever the case may be, because you weren't really clear. But now's the time to get clear. And that doesn't mean that you have to spend weeks or months or hours or whatever, like focus. What do I want? Who do I want? What? All of these things are going to lead you into that. But you do have to be intentional about knowing, this is who I am. These are my negotiables. These are my non-negotiables. These are things that I'm not willing to compromise on. These are things that, you know, maybe are not as important as I thought they were in the past. And this is how I want to move moving forward. And what better time than right now to establish you as a person, you as a lover, you as a partner, you as a mujer, or un hombre, if you're a man watching this, you as a person in general, and how you want to move with your life and what you want to see giving out and giving back to you. My last thing, and just a little tip or added thing that you can add to your list, is create an adventure list. And this adventure list can be as wild as you want it to. If you're like, I want to go skydiving, I want to step out of my comfort zone, that's something I've always wanted to do, go do that. If your adventure list is like, I want to go to a different state by myself, like I want to hop on a plane 2 hours and go stay in a hotel by myself for the weekend and go explore around me, or heck, I want to go to the Trail of Lights by myself, you know, whatever that looks like for you, create an adventure list and continue to add to that list. And while you're adding to that list, again, y'all, sorry for the lighting, the sunlight is playing with me and I'm trying to finish this video before it decides to overheat my camera again. But anyways, set that adventure list and start marking things off. You can start as small as you want, or you can go all around, just different things, and just check them off as you go. This keeps your life fulfilling. This keeps you with things to look forward to. It keeps you having things in your back pocket that you can just pull out like, hey, this is something I actually wanted to do. And I have a free weekend, let me go do that. I do that all the time, where there are certain things, whether it's a show that I want to go to, whether it's a place that I want to travel to, whether it's something within the city that I want to see, or a trail that I want to do, and I put it in my list, or I put it in my Google Doc of trails, or whatever the case may be. I put it in my planner, or put it on a little note, sticky note in my planner, and I'm like, oh, I'm coming up on a free weekend. I can go do this thing that I've been wanting to do. I can go hike that trail that I've been wanting to hike. I can go try out that new spot that I've been wanting to try out, and I go do it. This, again, is a prime time for you to just get out and do things on your own. Whether you're a person who's like newly out of a relationship, or you haven't been in one in a long time, whether you're out here just dating, you know, we out here trying to figure it out too, or whether you're soltera and you're like, I'm all about me, because we out here trying to figure that out too. So these are just things that you can do to just up the ante on your soltera life. It doesn't have to look like self-isolation all the time, which nothing wrong with self-isolation, because sometimes we need that. Introverts, we need that. Virgos, we need that. But also, that's not only what your soltera season is about. That's not only what glowing up is about. It's not about removing yourself from existing from the rest of the world. There might be some seasons where that seems like the right path to take, or the right thing to do, or that feels good, or that's something that's needed, but that is not going to be a season that you're in forever. So while you're in this season and we're getting ready to plan out our goals for the next year, we're getting ready to go into El Año Nuevo 2025, y'all. Like, this is the time. If you need that starter list for your glow up journey, or that starter list for your single journey, like, here it is. I'm giving you these tips. I'm giving them to you because I'm your prima and I care about you. But anyway, not to keep you here for too much longer, please make sure that you like, comment, and of course subscribe and share. Share to your other soltera primas, share to your other friends, share to yourself, save it in your back pocket, watch it whenever you need to. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, because I love to engage with y'all. I love having these conversaciones. If there's any other tips that you want to drop down to share with the other solteras, or any other tips that you want me to talk about or go more into depth about, or whatever, or just say hi, drop down in the comments below. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, all of those things. This is tu prima favorita, Bobby here. Thank you for joining me in the Cousins Corner, and I will see you next time. Bye.